Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of Bring It Back. This being a show where I talk about TV shows that were canceled and or short-lived that I would like to see get brought back in some shape or form. For today's episode, I'm going to talk about the Starz series American Gods. Obviously, the news came out fairly recently. I think the news dropped like literally last week, like a week after the American Gods season 3 finale. Really quickly, if you are unaware of what American Gods is, obviously I actually did a nerd mode a couple months ago, basically being like a little short introduction, kind of giving you the, bare minimum, kind of just what you can kind of expect from the show and kind of what the show's fully about. But really quickly, like a very, very condensed version of that would be that basically you follow this dude named Shadow Moon, who's basically caught up in a war between old gods and new gods. And I mean that literally, like a lot of like different gods from mythologies have found new homes in America, and just kind of like, as I described it in my nerd mode, literal old school versus new school type of thing. It's this cool fantasy drama. I think it's a really great series. If you've never seen it, I recommend you check it out. But obviously, if you're coming across this video, maybe you're someone who is a fan of the series. But obviously, like I said, the news came out later last week, or maybe earlier this week. I'm probably confusing time frames. That the show sadly was canceled, which I was bummed by, especially where season 3 leaves off. There was some, you can tell it was going to definitely go in even more interesting directions on what was kind of in store for us. I won't go into spoilers, but I would have loved to have seen where we could go for season 4. Some of the news that's come out recently is that, first and foremost, the show got canceled simply because, well, the show doesn't have the biggest viewership. The viewership has kind of been declining. That was already something that was kind of aware at the end of season 2, and it seems like it dropped off even more throughout season 3. But, that's just kind of the nature of television in general. But I'm kind of bummed by that because I really, really enjoy the show, and I really, really liked this season. I would have loved to see where they went with season 4. But there are talks, apparently, Neil Gaiman, who wrote the original novel that the series is based off of, called American Gods as well, is kind of hoping to kind of give the series a conclusion. I don't know if it's him specifically, but there are talks about potentially making a TV movie to kind of give the show a conclusion. With the way season 3 left off, you could definitely concise everything. Probably like you could like make some like epic conclusion, because some are saying like not necessarily like a TV. It could be a TV movie or more like a TV event. Because some people would describe Zack Snyder's Justice League as kind of like a TV event, because it's like a 4-hour movie, but it's kind of almost like a mini-series at the same time. So some people are kind of suggesting something of that nature, which, me personally, I would prefer a season 4. I would want the show just to be able to come back for a 4th season. I don't know if Starz would be inclined to do that. They might be more inclined to do the movie, or maybe some other network, maybe like a Amazon Prime, or maybe a Netflix or something would be kind of more inclined to lean in that direction or something like that. But personally, I would want there to be a 4th season. I've never read the novel, so I don't know where in the story of the novel we're at. What I mean is, like, I don't know where season 3 left off. Was that in the middle of the book? Was that near the end of the book? So to me, where things are heading, it feels like you could easily wrap things up in one more full season, which I would prefer. Or I don't, like I said, I don't know. It might be like, depending on how the pacing of the story, I don't know like how long it took them to cover certain arcs in the book. So I don't know whether like it would actually take maybe 2 seasons at the pace they go, or maybe you could wrap everything up in 4 seasons. Like where things are storyline wise, I would assume maybe 1 more season to wrap everything up, but I don't know. The only reason why I'd kind of be okay with a movie is because of Sense8. Obviously, I've talked about that being a show that was sadly canceled after its 2nd season, but then they had a series finale, which was basically a 2.5-hour movie. They did an excellent job of concluding the show. Yes, I've said it time and time again. Yes, I would have preferred having a season 3. I would still have preferred that, but getting what we got instead, as a fan of the show, I was heavily satisfied. I don't know if every other fan felt the same way, but I did. So if it was up something of that nature, if they put like, if they did like a Zack Snyder's Justice League, made it like a 4-hour epic type of thing, I'd be down for that. Because I feel like you could definitely make it, like I said, make it more of an event series rather than a movie. Maybe you could wrap it all up in like a 2.5-hour movie. I would personally say like go full Justice League and go make it 4 hours if you need to. Like I said, make it kind of an event movie type of thing. But once again, I would prefer a season 4 amongst anything else. That's just me personally. I feel like maybe a lot of fans would agree. I mean, truth be told, take however long you need to. You need to make it. You need to do 4 and 5 to complete it. I'm 100% okay with that too. You want to give me more American Gods? I'm fine with that. Once again, I'm just someone who's never read the novel, so I don't know like how much of the story is left of it. Because obviously, I know some of the differences between the TV show and the book, but not like a lot of the major differences. Only just certain character differences and stuff like that. That's all I really know. So I don't know, like I said, how much of the book is left. I'd have to kind of do more research on that front. So obviously, you know, these are just kind of my thoughts about it, and obviously like, where things currently stand. It is April 2nd. It's Friday, April 2nd at the time I'm recording this. So this video won't be going up until April 5th, Monday. I believe that Monday's April 5th. So there could be new changes in between then and now. So any updates to this situation, I'll include them in the comments down below. I'll probably make further videos in the future about any updates to the whole American God situation. Like I said, I have my fingers crossed hoping that the show just gets brought back. Whether it's, once again, I prefer season or seasons, whatever amount of seasons you need to conclude the entire story. But if they decide to go down the movie route, I am a little bit more open to it than I probably would have been in the past. So obviously, like I said, my thoughts about it. I'd love to get to know yours. Would you prefer more seasons? Or are you someone that's okay with them wrapping up with a movie? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But really, that's all I want to talk about. Till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.